So Nicolas Sanchez will get us underway. And I must say the weather forecast here in Resistencia, well, it's rather forbidding because the temperatures are high. It's about 27 or 28 degrees. That's 10 degrees hotter than it was a week ago. But forecast before the end of the evening, and if we bear in mind local time, it is moving on to 4:45 in the evening. What has been predicted, well, heavy thunderstorms, which who knows, could just impact on the match. The first carry there, wearing for Tim Swinson, was playing in the back row in Houston last week. The first ever victory for the United States against Scotland, 30 points to 29. Well, an early test for the wing that was put down. Sanchez it was who went across, but the ball being taken in by Dougie Fife. There's the captain for the day, Stuart McInally. McInally recovered from that calf injury. That was Hogg passing the ball on. Argentina certainly looking for a much improved performance here. They were very, very poor against Wales. That was on from Swinson again. This is much better from the Scots. There goes Hastings, inside pass to George Horne, and Scotland have got the first try, and a little more than a minute on the clock. It's a stunning start for Gregor Townsend's men. And the 9 and the 10 combining, and George Horne, the younger of the Horne brothers, earning just his second cap. He made his debut last week. And there he is on the shoulder of Adam Hastings. These two players very much under the microscope today, but a perfect start for them. And it's brother Peter Horne who adds the 2 points. So it's 7 points to 0, Scotland in front. Well, it was a straightforward missed tackle there from Guido Petty. And the Pumas simply couldn't recover from that. Swinson again underneath at that time. There's a bit of a fumble, gets a bit of help from Magnus Bradbury. In the starting 15, the two Scottish professional sides, well, their representation evenly split. 7 here from Glasgow, 7 from Edinburgh. Back there from Horne, that's George Horne.
Wait.
A little bit of space created. This is to the fullback, Buffelli. Buffelli's got support out wide. Cancelliere was looking for the ball. Also there, Delgui out there from Landajo. On to Sanchez, the carry from Tetej Chaparro. Well, they've been stung into action here of Argentina. This is so much better from them. Suggestion maybe of a little bit of accidental obstruction there involving Matias Orlando. There's Landajo, indicating one way going the other. Landajo there took 2 grabs at that one, on to Escura, the debutant, being spun around. There goes Landajo, on to Javier Diaz, earning just his 3rd cap here, the loose head. His first 2 caps in those test matches against Wales. Quick hands there from Augustin Crevi, but 1 pass too many. Very warm conditions indeed, and that had just a bit too much on it.
Come back here. Okay, we come back here, knock on.
Yes, those lungs are going to burn today. Well, there's a knock to Tim Swinson. The only starter in the pack from the test match in Houston.
Yeah.
Just to give you an idea of the location of Resistencia, it's about 1,000 kilometers north of Buenos Aires.
We need... Yeah, okay.
Right up in the northeast of the country. You can see there Swinson being lifted. Where did that injury occur? Was it perhaps a knee? There's the captain, Stuart McAnally, who picked up a calf injury just ahead of the tour. There is Gregor Townsend in the foreground. His opposite number there, Daniel Hurkada, in charge for the last time today. All of the clever money on Mario Ledesma becoming the new Argentina coach, the former Pumas hooker. So Scotland have been forced into an early change. That was Ben Toulis with the hair. He's the Edinburgh lock who's come on.
Okay, just Marius, if we need.
So rather concerning this for Tim Swinson. But this is
the
that try.
on the big screen, yes,
the tackle missed on Adam Hastings.
He's back on now.
Familiar name in Scottish rugby. He's the son of Gavin Hastings, nephew of Scott. And there is no better judge of fly halves in the coaching fraternity than the Scotland head coach. So, concerning sight there. Tim Swinson leaves the pitch. Looked to me rather like a knee.
Yeah. Time on. Right foot on the mark. Right foot on the mark. Augustine.
These two sides haven't got the longest history in terms of their meetings, as we see there the comparisons of the packs. The Scots,
Okay. Bueno.
a little bit more than 60 kilos over 8 men, so what's that, round about 7 or 8 kilos a man extra. It's got a big weight advantage.
Bind!
On the tight head side here for Scotland, Simon Bergen. This is an all Edinburgh front row. Short arm penalty, on goes wearing 6, that's Thomas Lozana. At time it's Matera out from Landajo, Sanchez. Well, they've been rather stung into action. This is rather better from the Pumas. Landajo, Sanchez again, on to Agustin Crevi, the captain. Sanchez, that was Lozana. Struggling to get inside the Scotland 22, but Crevi has another go. There goes Senatore. Senatore played for a couple of seasons down at Toulon in the south of France. Oh, and Boffelli losing the ball forward, the fullback. Emiliano Boffelli earning his 14th cap today, just his 3rd time at fullback. Spent most of his time, there he is.
Okay.
Before this June, on the wing, scored tries in each of his first 3 test matches, but actually hasn't scored one since, so he's well overdue.
Right foot on the mark, please. Right foot, no. Okay, bueno, no, pero eso, no, pero dale, aquí, acá es bueno. Bueno, sí es bueno. No, yo comprendo, pero sobre la misma línea. Okay, vale. Expect my call. Crouch. Bind. Set.
So 6.5 minutes gone. Scotland with the only score at the moment. Coming a little more than a minute into the match. Here's Hogg out here to Fife. Dougie Fife, his first start today for 3 years. Well, it had been turned over or so we thought, but coming away with it there is the try scorer, George Horn. That's the halfway line. Alan Dell there playing scrum half.
Fuera, Sally, fuera.
The flat ball there from Hastings. That was Grant Gilchrist. Change of direction from Horn. On here to David Denton. He'll be a Leicester Tiger when he returns from this tour. Hastings, who's looked very lively today. Out there from Horn. That was well grabbed by Bergen. He's had a little bit of a chance to stretch his legs. Toulis, the replacement, having come on for Swinson. That's Denton. Gregor Townsend will be very happy with this at the moment.
Suelte, suelte, suelte.
Rather like the England setup, Gregor Townsend has had to fill a gap in recent weeks. And here goes Greg. Greg looking for support, and he's found it. And Blair Kinghorn, a try scorer against the United States, has done so again against Argentina. Well, the message loud and clear here from the Scots. I suppose in some respects you could say to the Welsh, anything you can do, we can do at least as well. Greg bursting through the middle. And the long striding Blair Kinghorn gets the try. Well, I was telling you that Gregor Townsend has been filling the odd vacancy in his coaching staff with Dan McFarlane, the forwards coach, moving on to Ulster.
Nothing special
ahead of next season. He's got a very capable replacement. Now, that announcement coming in the last few days that Danny Wilson, who was thought to be going, well, not thought to be, he was going to Wasps, but was released from his commitment to start work at Wasps to join Gregor Townsend in the Scotland setup. But look at the break that's been made here by Nick Grigg. Not the biggest man, but he packs a real punch. And there he punches a hole in that Pumas defence. Well, we were expecting rather more from Argentina today, but so far we certainly haven't got it. 14 points to nil, more than a point a minute here from the men in blue. And I think this is a Scotland team who arrive here with the likes, or without the likes of Finn Russell, Andy Price, Greg Laidlaw, Hugh Jones, Sean Maitland. There are more who have not come here, so Townsend testing the depth of his squad. There's Hastings. Just beats the outstretched hand. Here's Sanchez.
Stay, stay.
Tries it torpedo style. Back to Stuart Hogg. Stuart Hogg turns 26 tomorrow. And I think this is his 62nd appearance in the blue of Scotland. Kinghorn just having a foot in touch that time. Quickly taken by Landacho. Referee's happy with that. That was Buffelli. I think the Argentinians working on the basis here that the Scots may find it rather hard work in these very oppressive conditions. High temperatures, high humidity.
Assist.
You've been watching the last 2 weeks, the previous matches in Argentina matches, that is, in Santa Fe and San Juan. Both played in temperatures in the mid-teens with clear blue skies, bit of a chill in the air. High humidity, at least 10 degrees warmer right up here in the north of the country. 1 or 2 rumbles of thunder as well. Landacho. Sanchez cutting inside, looking for a way through. That was on to Thomas Lozana, getting play inside the Scotland half. Look at the speed of this Scottish defensive line. Denton it was making the tackle that time.
Fine, it's okay.
It really was a very pedestrian performance last week from the Argentinians. And I certainly know that a lot of local commentators are finding it desperately difficult to fathom because, well, maybe something going to happen here. That's Bautista Delgui. Delgui got one of those tries for Argentina last week, but then the ball being held by Delgui in the tackle.
On the ground, so the juggler can't contest the ball, and support is not efficient.
Yes, if you are an aficionado of officiating in rugby matches, you'll be very impressed with the way the French officials go about their business. Pascal Gauzet this morning in Sydney. If you were watching in a European time zone, was very comfortable in English, speaking to the Irish and the Australian players. Certainly is a feature of the French officials these days. 4 or 5 of them operating at test level who are absolutely top class. There's Dave Denton rising high, the captain McInally pirouetting, and he's straight through. Where is this Pumas defence? 3 tackles missed, 3 scores. Scotland poised to go into the 20s in the opening quarter of the match. And look here at Stuart McInally. His first game on the tour captain, after tweaking that calf muscle. He missed Canada, he missed the United States. Well, the only missing that was happening there was the Argentinian tackling. Well, it won't take long for this local crowd to get on the backs of their players. For the Pumas, this is all about preparation for the Rugby Championship. And Peter Horn makes it 3 from 3, 21 points to 0. Well, Stuart McInally had a quite brilliant game against the English in the Calcutta Cup match during the Six Nations. Well, the catch there from Denton. Had a bit of a gift here to Argentina. That's the captain, Agustin Krebi. Landacher. Little pop pass there from Matera, but it was forward. Well, he can stand there with his hands on his hips as much as he likes, but that was quite clear.
Yes. Yeah. The 7 blue was bind on an opponent, right? Pushing on an opponent, right? Repeat, say it again, please. Yeah? Don't hold on the player in front of you when the ball leaves the scrum.
A couple of weeks makes in terms of Northern Hemisphere rugby. Ireland having wrapped up a stunning series success in Sydney. Wales already back home after their very successful tour. 1 win against South Africa in Washington, and then 2 down here in Argentina. And even England, well, I know that all the Cape talk, or the talk in the Cape, really will be about how England bounce back after that string of defeats.
It's okay. No pre-engage, okay?
Well, certainly down on the Pampas. Real worries about the health of this Argentinian side. Remember, under Daniel Ricciardo, they got to the semi-finals of the last World Cup, but since that great success, well, they've only won 6 out of 27 matches.
Knee on the ground.
Those stats are always slightly...
knee on the ground, 3 blue.
Wouldn't say unfair, but you have to see them in context that they do play 9 games against teams
scrum, it was the same.
in that Rugby Championship.
But here it clearly is a knee on the ground since the beginning.
When you're facing the All Blacks, South Africa and Australia every year, and all the travelling that's associated with doing it, it's always a tough test for Argentina, who, for all their success at World Cups, as they finally get on the board through Nicolas Sanchez. The Argentinians don't have too much depth, and certainly these days, with the ruling from the Argentinian Union that they will only select players who are based in Argentina. In other words, a part of the Aguares squad, the Super Rugby franchise. It means they tend to be rather thin on numbers. Knock on there from the restart. It's on from Fraser Brown. Fraser Brown playing in the back row here. He's a hooker by trade. Referee says the advantage is over for that knock-on. Forward goes Grant Gilchrist. On there from George Horn to his brother Peter. Hogg with the floated pass out to Blair Kinghorn on the left wing. There you can see the rain coming down. Well, I did tell you to expect it. Scotland won't mind that.
Backwards.
Ball lost backwards there by Dave Denton. There's Horn. Hastings.
Away, Agustin.
Horn again. Little pirouette coming from Peter Horn. There's George Horn. The captain, McAnally. Certainly more difficult to score points when the rain's coming down, which will be a greater concern to the Pumas than it will the Scots. Peter Horn having to change his direction. That's Sanchez. Sanchez off his feet there, raising his arms in acknowledgement that he's effectively out of the game. There's Toulis, the replacement. You can see how the camera's wobbling about. The conditions really have turned pretty nasty out there. Hastings. Sensible kick. Well, if anything, the weather has arrived a bit earlier than we were expecting. We thought it might hold off until the end of the match. When you consider that 3/4 of this stadium is open to the elements. Now you can see in the background, look, the umbrellas coming up. So Agustin Crevi, the captain, misses his man, goes straight into the hands there of Alan Dell. Within 3 metres here to Scotland. There's Horn. There's McAnally. Horn again, the dummy. Trying to work his way under the captain, Crevi. Another drive on here from the Scots. They know that with the slippery ball, they have to be that much more precise. There's Gilchrist with the red headgear. Oh, and Gilchrist is over. Has he got it down?
Away.
Not yet. Mathieu Reynal trying to give himself the best possible place to get a viewing. There's McAnally, the captain. Stockings rolled around his ankles. Another dart, and the referee has awarded the try. It's another one, and I think it's Magnus Bradbury who's got this one. Try number 4 for Scotland. Well, the rain is pouring down, and the floodgates have opened. Well, there's Bradbury, the youngster.
Okay, thanks, Mark.
Just 22, getting his second try of the tour. Picked his first one up in that win against Canada. The emphatic victory. Well, I think the fans are going to be rushing for cover from the weather. And I reckon some members of the Argentinian Union are going to be running for cover when it gets to tomorrow morning, because it's hard to imagine a time in recent years when Pumas rugby has been at as low an ebb as this one. There's Bradbury, the final decisive carry, and look at the positioning there of the referee. No need to call on the television match official. 28 points to 3. No problems with the catch there by Denton. Knows he has to be that much more precise. Horn. There's Hogg, the fullback.
Thanks.
Buffelli feeds the ball inside to Sanchez, the fly half. Sets up one to chase there for Bautista Delghi. Well, he went straight through the hands of Denton, but good work from Dougie Fife. There's Sanchez onto Pablo Matera, but then the ball is spilled forward. Here goes Ben Toulis.
Advantage over for knock-on.
Referee says the advantage is over following that knock-on from Cancelliera. Hastings, a little chip and chase. Oh, brilliantly taken by the fly half. On again to Horn. Driven forward by Alan Dell. On here to Grigg. Grigg was looking for Kinghorn. He was almost there. He did well to keep hold of it. Here goes Horn again. The inside ball. This is brilliant from Scotland. Bergen over the top. Oh, and then it's lost forward.
Stop.
Well, if only that final pass had stuck, that would have been sensational from Scotland. Well, the Pumas are chasing shadows at the moment. And it was Fraser Brown who almost got on the end of that one.
Yes. Time off. ¿Qué había, Agustín? Agustín, ¿tienes cualquier importante? Sí, bueno. Pues sí.
Well, this will all make for painful watching for followers of the Pumas. Straightforward tackles being missed that time, and not for the first time this evening by Guido Petty. And it's not as if that many frontline Argentinian players are not involved tonight. Certainly of those who are currently eligible. When I think of those who are not eligible, I'm thinking those players who are operating out of Argentina, the likes of Juan Emoff at Racing 92 and Marcelo Bosch at Saracens. Jaco Paper, the South African, over on the far side. He refereed the second test match last week in Santa Fe. Landajo, the scrum half, just creates himself a bit more space.
Hey.
Oh, the rain subsided a little. 25 minutes gone. Scotland leading by 28 points to 3. The Scotland team showing 8 changes in all to that beaten by the United States last week. Given that Tim Swinson has now left the pitch with what looked like a very nasty injury indeed. I think it was a knee, certainly lower leg. It's an entirely different pack to that beaten in Houston. There goes McAnally. Kinghorn just stooping from his lofty height. Don't get too much change out of 2 meters from Kinghorn. Here's Toulis. Referee just getting a word in his ear. The Argentinians have come offside.
Advantage.
Here's Gilchrist. So we know there's a penalty coming here for Scotland. George Horn. Oh, bursting straight through. There's the offload. Well, the ball's been lost, but we will come back for the penalty.
Initial infringement.
Peter Horn
Offside white.
breaking through the defensive line. I must say, very impressed today with Adam Hastings. Earning just his 3rd cap. He's only 21.
Post.
And the Scots turning the screw here, looking to move into the 30s. Well, we saw Mario Ledesma looking on last week. He believed by many to be the new head coach in waiting. I suspect he may be keeping a rather low profile tonight. So, Peter Horn. At the moment, that left foot not really being tested off the kicking tee. Another 3 points to his total. Scotland into the 30s, and we haven't been playing half an hour.
Backwards.
The changes that was made by Daniel Hurkada coming into today's match, leaving out Thomas Lavanini, who only a couple of seasons ago was regarded as one of the truly world-class players, the lock in Argentinian rugby, being replaced by Matias Alemano. And for Alemano, and it's a return to the starting lineup after being among the replacements for the test against Wales. There goes Green.
Release, assist tackler, release.
Here's Hastings to Dave Denton. Dave Denton played a big role this season for the Worcester Warriors. Certainly no good back row talent at the Leicester Tigers, which is where he'll be when he returns home. Hastings firing that one into the ground. That was good positioning from Buffelli.
Wait.
He returns it with interest.
Hang on.
Horn scoops it up for Blair Kinghorn, playing on the wing today, but he's played a lot of rugby at fullback.
All right. Yeah. Now, white on the line and blue here.
Justin Krevy there, the captain, just mopping up. Here's Matera. Matera, one of the Argentinian players who was involved in that World Cup semi-final in London, but how far they've fallen since then. Sanchez, that's one to chase. Well, that was brilliantly taken by Hogg, but then spilt by Doogie Fife.
There is an advantage for the Knocon. He's in position to... No, there is an advantage, first advantage for the Knocon.
Stuart Hogg doesn't like it.
Yeah, you passed her, but after your player do a knock-on, and the white player can contest the ball, is on feet, you have to release.
So Argentina, 3 points, not enough for them really.
Here.
Well, Captain Krevy must feel rather shell-shocked.
Bracy, careful in the 5 meters.
First mission to find his man in the line-out. There's Senatori on the occasion of his 50th Test match for the Pumas. Goes to the front of the line-out, and then it's spilt by Matera. Well, timed again, that happened against Wales.
No. Blow the whistle. Okay, thanks. Come back here. Knock on.
Well, the first recipient there was Matias Alemano, and it was Alemano's pass back to
Time off.
Matera, which went astray.
Yeah, I try. I will try.
You see, there's Alemano.
¿Cómo?
And Matera appeared rather surprised by it.
¿Cómo? No es el bueno eso. Eso no es el bueno.
Well, this is basic stuff, which is supposedly rehearsed time and again in training.
What is the time? I just want to know.
On occasions, these Pumas are playing as if they haven't met one another.
22 seconds have passed.
Okay.
As you might just have heard the South African accent there of the television match official, that's Marius Jonker. Has been the same team of officials operating largely on rotation amongst themselves over the course of these 3 weeks in Argentina. Andrew Brace, the Irish official, I say an Irish official, but the point of minor controversy in that first Test match against Wales, because he's actually born and raised in Cardiff. He refereed the first Test against Wales, and then it was Paper's turn for the second match last week in Santa Fe. And now it's Mathieu Reynal after running the line for a fortnight. Who gets his chance?
Yeah, but okay. Mark is here. Okay, left to the mark. Left and left, please. Left and left. Okay, don't move now. No, it's okay. Okay. No head to head.
So in terms of head-to-heads, the Scots have won the last 3 matches between these teams. And Daniel Hurcada, since he took charge, well, Hurcada has yet to record a victory against Scotland. They've got a huge amount of work if they're even to get back into contention here. And one of the traditional powers of Argentinian rugby has been that set piece, but it was in a reverse gear there. And now the Pumas are getting rather frustrated. And you can see Simon Bergen and Augustin Crevi.
Captain, please.
Sure. So Simon Bergen's being called forward along with the captain, so Stuart McAnally.
No, it's okay, Augustin. You win the scrum, well done for you. But after that, I don't want you come and you put your hand on an Argentinian player. That's not a fair behavior. Okay? So stick to what I say. Okay? No more. Thanks.
A polite ticking off. Stuart Hogg. Stuart Hogg, 18 test tries now. He's just edged ahead of Gregor Townsend and Gavin Hastings, who scored 17 apiece.
No, wait. In. Gap. Wait.
So here is Stuart McAnally. Finding Gilchrist.
More.
Here it is with
Stay
McAnally.
Fully bind, Stuart. Stay fully bind.
George Horn.
One stop.
Gives the call. This is one for Doogie Five to get after. Oh, great little step there from Bautista Delghi. He really is an outstanding athlete, earning his 3rd cap today. Sanchez. Little pop pass from Petty.
Away, 7.
Burst through the centre from Lozana. Up towards halfway.
You have to roll away.
Argentina get the penalty. The Scots failing to roll away.
First, 12 blue have to roll away.
And Argentina trying to play with some tempo here. There goes Lozana. Lozana wearing 6, if you are maybe a little bit confused. In the earlier team news, Matera was supposed to be wearing 6 and Lozana 7, but they have changed jerseys. Here's Crevi. Finds Senatore. Senatore, who, like Crevi, Spent a bit of time with the Worcester Warriors in the Midlands in England.
One stop.
Landajo looking maybe to go down the blind side here, perhaps. Cancellieri, you can see the wing. Well, Mathieu Reynal getting in the way. The first time a referee's got in the way today. And a good deal less controversial than the role of the referee this morning in that test match in Dunedin. Yes, going back to that first meeting between these two countries in 1990.
Paying attention on the line out.
28 years ago, that was the day that Duddy Weir made his debut for the Scots.
It was 50-50 on the last one, so just have a walk with your player. I want a clear picture
Argentina
on that.
beat the Scots.
I want a clear picture.
Was at the World Cup in 2011 in Wellington. Argentina winning that match by a single point.
Come on.
So the rain for now is holding off. I must stress the forecast suggests there may be more and perhaps worse to come.
Clutch! Fine! Set!
Landajo with a pudding. That's the Scotland 22 you can see. On there to Alemano. Here's Landajo appealing to the referee here, and the penalty going against Argentina. And how sharp was Fraser Brown there?
At the beginning it's good, and
off goes Horn.
Play on.
On from Hogg. Here goes Dougie Fife, taken down on the halfway line now. Can Scotland keep it going? The referee deciding there that the Argentinian wasn't holding his own body weight. He had both palms on the grass. You have to support your own body weight when you're in that position. So here is Stuart Hogg. Just one test match try this year. Scored late on in that win against Italy. Really was very near miss for the Italians there. Scotland have had some outstanding performances in the Six Nations, particularly the victory against England, which really was a pretty complete performance in the Calcutta Cup match, but almost lost their way against Italy in Rome on the final day, which is why the first half performance we've seen here pretty much on a par with that we saw against England. Another penalty advantage being played here for the Scots. The Argentinians coming in from the side. There's Leonardo Senatore, who was swimming up the side. Horn with a little chip over the top. Then for Hastings, that was brilliant. And back to Horn. The 9-10 combination is working like a dream today. And what about the touch there from Adam Hastings, who must have been tempted to catch it himself, but he realised that the best way forward was the tap back. So look at this. Chip over the top from George Horn. Almost a basketball-style tip back to his scrum half. And yet another try for Scotland. Well, if Gregor Townsend was looking for more depth at 9 and 10,
okay, you heard me or not?
Well, he's found it. Finn Russell at home, Ali Price at home, so too Greg Laidlaw.
Is the right clock? Okay, thanks.
What a change round in a week. Beaten by the United States in Houston. Here they are, leading by 33 against the World Cup semi-finalists in their backyard. And Brother Horn, well, it was a decent strike, but just missing the right hand upright. Final seconds of the first half. Close to flawless performance here from the men in blue. Fraser Brown from the Glasgow club, they're wearing 7. His third time playing in the back row. He is a hooker by preference. And George Horn knocks the ball into touch. And old Pablo Matera, they're going eyeball to eyeball.
Stop.
With, among others, Magnus Bradbury. Well, they're unforgiving lot in Argentina, and that has been a pretty awful performance from the Pumas. They've sunk to a new low, but let's for a moment consider the Scots. 36 points to 3. Another step up. It's proving a good day for the Northern Hemisphere.
Sí, pero quédate. Contest, thank you.
Well, 36 points to 3. The last fortnight, Daniel Hurcada sent the Argentinians out about 5 minutes early. That didn't have much of an impact. It's given them the full half-time break in the dressing rooms in the hope that it might inspire something.
Enough light for you or not?
News about the weather is, well, at least there's no rain falling at the moment.
Okay.
And Daniel Hurcada just has 40 minutes remaining as the Argentinian coach, and he will be hoping that his team can at least dig deep and find something to give them at least some sort of respectability. It has been a dreadful, dreadful June for them. So we're all set to go. The last 40 minutes of the Scottish season, a season which for these players will have started at the beginning of September. And the Scots came into this final test match of their tour, which started in North America against Canada. Well, a comfortable and impressive victory against the Canucks, more than cancelled out by that poor performance against the United States. A day of history for Gary Gould's squad.
First infringement, first infringement.
So Scotland came here, well, they were saying a win, any sort of win. But even in their wildest dreams, they couldn't have expected to be 33 points to the good at half-time. Well, it was 3 points there for the taking, but certainly it's a very ambitious Scotland. And now, well, having told you the rain had disappeared, well, it's back again. And just to stress that certainly before the end of the evening, we're expecting thunderstorms.
Here's for you.
And let's just hope for the sake of this match that things don't get too bad, but the rain coming down pretty hard. Temperatures high, though.
No, wait.
In the high 20s.
No.
Local time, just before 6 o'clock in the evening. Well, that throw didn't work out for the Scots. Just presenting the ball there, Javier Diaz having his first start. Made his debut in the first test match against the Welsh in San Juan. Back to Sanchez. Didn't go for touch. Kinghorn. Here's Hogg. Well, being met by Guido Petty and driven back. Horn. The captain, McInally. Let's remember McInally started his professional rugby career in the back row, and there goes Hastings. Oh, a lovely inside pass to Horn. Hogg's waiting for it. There is Hogg. Important tackle. Now Grigg's going to play scrum half. He carries it on. They're only 7 or 8 metres out of the Scots. Looking to pile more humiliation. Well, Hastings trying all the tricks now, and that was perhaps just a little too elaborate. But the referee, I think, is coming back for a penalty.
12 blue, off the ball tackle.
Well, it's an off-the-ball tackle, and I think it's Bautista Escura, perhaps. Fraser Brown is down.
12 blue, tackle.
Well, in fact, it's a tackle against Peter Horn.
Thanks, Marius.
Buffelli finding touch. There is Emiliano Buffelli. Let's see if we can see what happened off the ball there. We're looking for Peter Horn wearing 12.
Your side.
There is Peter Horn. Now let's see what he does.
Wait. Same as Scotland.
Well, it certainly wasn't there. Here's Augustin Creve. They used to call him Sonny Bill down at Montpellier. Well, it wasn't for skills like that. There's Fraser Brown, brilliantly picked up by Hastings on the half volley. Out here to Kinghorn. Well, despite the conditions, the Scots playing with real ambition. Penalty, though. Ball being held in the tackle by Blair Kinghorn. The frustration building on the pitch and off it. That if you're a Spanish speaker. Look at that from Fraser Brown. Long pass out from Hastings. And Kinghorn just getting himself a little bit isolated. So Augustin Creve just confirming the call. Mathieu Reynal getting a little frustrated there. The Scots not ensuring that there is the required gap. Hogg went for it, but Baffelli rose that little bit higher. That was good from the Pumas fullback. Just pounding his way through there was Thomas Lozana. There's Landajo, here's Matera. Sanchez, onto Diaz. Sanchez again, oh, and Senatori spills it. Picked up by Grigg.
Advantage, knock on.
Referee playing an advantage here for that knock on. Oh, and then the kick is charged down. That was pretty good from Alemano.
Come back here.
We will come back for the scrum ball, and it will be a Scotland pudding.
Okay.
Oh dear, straight through a hole in the bottom of the bread basket there for Leonardo Senatore. Earning his 50th cap tonight. Had been stuck on 49 for 8 months or so. Well, Matera's gone off. And they brought on the big fella, Marcus Kremer. Kremer, who started both matches against Wales. There he is, Kremer. He's packing down on this side, going eyeball to eyeball with Magnus Bradbury, who's one of the try scorers for Scotland tonight.
Bueno, mi falta, okay? We're going to move a little bit just, okay? So here is the mark. And
Put your feet.
yeah. Okay.
Look at the mark. No, right foot.
Right foot, left on the mark.
Right foot. It's my foot here.
Okay, fine.
Afuera. Segunda.
No,
Go, Rambo. Go down. Second. One air Alfie.
Crutch!
So there is Marcus Kremer.
Fine!
And his first caps for the Pumas in the second row. And has moved back quite successfully to the back row.
Okay.
Hugely frustrating for followers of Pumas rugby, particularly with the success that the Jaguares have been having. They've enjoyed successes in both Australia and New Zealand in Super Rugby. 6 straight wins, and then they come here and wearing a different jersey because they are essentially the same team. Really getting torn apart by Northern Hemisphere opposition. A short pass there from Guido Petti. There is Landajo. Little poke through from Sanchez. Easily taken by Blair Kinghorn. Hastings plays scrum half. Hogg. Ooh, Grigg had to reach for it. That went forward. It's not a tall fella, is Nick Grigg. You have to be sympathetic with those passes. Might have been all right for a man who's 6'6", but not one who's rather close to 5'6".
1 and 1 and 3. 1 and 3 Scotland. 1 and 3 Scotland. Substitution, please. Okay, guys, come here, please.
The Pumas captain has been withdrawn rather earlier than we might have expected.
What we agreed in changing room.
Also, another alteration there in the front row on the loosehead side. Santiago Garcia Bota is on for Javier Diaz. Agustin Crevi giving way to Julian Montoya. Montoya earning his 44th cap today, but of those 44 caps, just 4 as a starter. Meanwhile, on the Scotland front row, the former nightclub doorman is on. Talking about Jamie Batty. Also on the other side as well, Alexander Ferguson. And that's a better scrum from the Pumas. There goes Landajo. Little step there from Sanchez. The tackle looks a little bit high there from Hastings. I think we're going to come back for a penalty here.
Yeah, tackle here.
Yep.
Okay.
Mathieu Renard just pointing that out to Adam Hastings. So let's see if Julian Montoya's first throw is on target. There's Montoya. 2 of those 4 starts he's had in the Pumas jersey were at the World Cup in England in 2015. So Montoya goes short and Tulis got a hand in, and then he's knocked forward, and driving the ball over is Thomas Lozano, and Argentina get their reward in rather fortunate circumstances. Well, Thomas Lozano, who has captained the Jaguares this season, Tulis got a paw to it, Kinghorn knocked it on, and there was very little that the Scotland defence could do about that.
Okay, thanks.
Sanchez. Oh, that was a smooth stroke there of the right foot. Argentina into double figures. I don't want to go all Shakespeare on you, but that rather was a comedy of errors. In terms of the head-to-heads between these sides, Argentina actually lead by 9 wins to 7. Oh, and there's the try scorer, spinning it immediately. On from Jamie Batty. Here's Hogg. 2 great steps from Hogg. Looking to try and increase that personal try tally. Penalty.
Roll away.
Off goes Horn. I don't think the Argentinians had retreated 10. Fraser Brown there playing scrum half. Got Gilchrist alongside him there wearing that red headgear. Picked up by Denton. The powerful levers there making the extra metre. There goes Batty. The Pumas line under siege. Bradbury, 1 try already, and Bradbury up and over, but then he's driven back. Look at Mathieu Reynal there getting down on 1 knee. Just for a moment, he had the whistle to his lips, but it will be a 5-metre scrum and a Scotland ball.
La última fue muy buena, okay? Good scrum on the last one.
Let's go. Afuera. Los 5 atrás, muchachos. Let's go, Zed. Segunda. Para afuera, eh. See, give me a shot, mate. Give me a shot.
Shoulder out when you are down. Crouch! Bind!
Been quite a day for George Horn. A couple of tries already.
You cannot leaning on the opponent, okay? No, but control the weight, okay?
Step away. Here we go, here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Control
That's a
the
little
weight.
bit of a lecture there from Mathieu Reynal to the Scotland front row. There's the captain, Stuart McAnally in the middle, Jamie Batty under his left shoulder, and Xander Fagerson under his right. Xander Fagerson, he made his debut as a teenager. Not bad for a tight head. One of the youngest Scotland debutants ever. There it is with Denton feeding the ball onto Hastings. There's Hogg, lots of space out wide, and a canter in for Dougie Fife. Fife, his first start for 3 years, his second try of the tour, and Scotland are into the 40s. Well, it was so easily worked. Precise passing, particularly from Stuart Hogg. And wings just love opportunities like that. All they've got to do is grab it and coast in. This Pumas defence really is very leaky indeed. Well, the skies above Resistencia. A pretty accurate metaphor for the state of Pumas rugby. Peter Horn, just got his foot a little bit underneath that. Like the old drive, which slides under the ball, pleated up a bit high. That was glorious, though, wasn't it? No reaction, no noticeable reaction from Okada. So Thomas Lavanini's on. So the big fella, all 6'7" of him, has come into the second row for the Pumas. On from Landajo to Sanchez, shoveled on by Escura. And Boffelli, well, just feeds it behind Bautista Delghi.
Time off. By which team?
More replacements coming. And look at that.
9 and 10 wide.
Argentinian handling errors, even in these conditions. Far too high. Into double figures. On comes Santiago Gonzalez Iglesias. A couple of changes being made. Off goes Martin Landajo. He'll be replaced by Gonzalo Bertrano.
Now. Time on. In.
El número 9, Martín Landajo. El número 12, Bautista Escurra. Ingresan el 21, Gonzalo Bertrano. Y el 22.
Oh, there it is for Montoya, who gets a run there at Hogg. He just about stopped him. Short pass, looked very flat. Slightly euphemistic reference there, perhaps.
Release now.
There's Lavanini wearing 19.
No.
And the referee has seen a little knock on.
We don't see it.
Stuart McAnally just questioning the referee about a possible infringement in the lineup. Oh, we've still got more than 20 minutes to go. So Bertranu, now at scrum half, who started the first test against Wales, but was replaced by Landajo last week.
No, stop. Yeah, we will keep a space. Left and left.
A handful of these Scotland players started the last time these two sides met back in 2016 at Murrayfield. November 2016 that was, led there by Stuart Hogg. So Bertrano there with the pudding. Senatore controlling it at the base. There goes Bertrano. At speed, coming through. And Gonzalez Iglesias got that down over the line. That looked to me like a try. But it was a well-timed run. I reckon Mathieu Reynard's going to pass this one on to Marius Jonker.
Marius, you have me?
Matthew, I can hear you.
I don't see the grounding. Is it a try, yes or no?
Okay, Matthew, you're going to have to watch the screen yourself.
Okay.
Because my system have died on me, so I'm going to put it on the screen for you.
Okay, put it on the screen. Thank you.
So the television match official has lost his screen. And Gonzalez Iglesias, certainly for my eye, the first touch was on the line, and that's
Marius,
good.
I have a decision. I will award the try. We see clearly the grinding on the line, so it's fine.
Well, Mathieu Reynard able to reach that judgment himself. Rather muted applause from the locals. And the conversion coming back off the upright.
Okay, do it.
Very powerful carry. He's only been on a couple of moments. Has Gonzalez Iglesias. 41 points to 15. Well, the full-time hooker and part-time loose forward has been replaced for Scotland, so off has gone Fraser Brown. He's been replaced by Jamie Ritchie. And also coming on Chris Harris, the Newcastle Falcon. There is Harris. Hogg there, that was
Advantage.
half charged down by Verfelli.
Or rise under pressure.
There's Jamie Ritchie. Outstanding youngster was Jamie Ritchie. He's only got one cap. Plenty of competition for spots in that Scotland back row with the likes of Ryan Wilson, John Barclay. Barclay is coming back to Scotland after his very successful spell with the Scarlets in Llanelli. There is the attendance, 22,000. Rather suspect that's tickets sold, because even when this place is full, it'll only host about 25,000. I think there are rather more gaps than that, but this Argentinian rugby's most northern outpost. Several hours drive, many hours drive north of Buenos Aires. Denton there, finning it onto Horn. In comes Kinghorn. Little George Horn onto Xander Fagerson. There's George Horn again. Gilchrist, who had a lot of his rugby in a spell he had down in Christchurch with the Crusaders a few seasons ago now, but he went down there for a few months on a scholarship, came back an entirely different rugby player. Penalty advantage being played here.
Wait, here. Yeah, no arms tackle, okay? Use the arms, please.
Yes, you may have heard that yourself. No arms tackle coming from the Argentinians.
You don't have the number, Marius?
No, I don't have the number, but definitely no arms.
Peter Horn just calling for the kicking tee.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. 20.
It is Test match rugby.
Is it
Get the offer of 3 points from virtually straight in front, and you take them. There's Mike Blair, part of the coaching side. Mike Blair himself, former Scotland captain.
Please. Thank you.
Very strong coaching setup with Gregor Townsend, who is one of the sharpest brains in world rugby, as well as having been a quite brilliant player. Scott Johnson is the director of rugby in Edinburgh, working alongside Gregor Townsend, Matt Taylor, the defence coach, Mike Blair, who's, well, you can see he's here, he's water boy and running on and off with the team, but he's one of the skills coaches now with Gregor Townsend team, and as I mentioned a bit earlier, Danny Wilson on his way from Cardiff, where he lifted the European Challenge Cup, being redirected from that ticket to Coventry to work with Wasps. Now keeping going up the M6 and making his way up to Edinburgh. There's Dave Denton, big, powerful man, born in Zimbabwe. Peter Horn with a cross kick. Very little that could be done about that for Sebastian Cancelliera. There's Blair Kinghorn.
Time off.
The youngsters here, just 21.
Substitution. 3 white.
Argentina making a change on the tight head side. It'll be Santiago Medrano who comes on.
Here is the middle, boys. Okay, time on.
Short line out. That worked well. There's Crema with the carry, straight into McAnally, the captain. Look at them holding him up.
Away!
Did well to get the ground there, Argentina. 44 points to 15. Who would have thought it? Argentina.
Back, Scotland.
They really do have a mountain to climb if they are to get themselves into the latter stages of the next World Cup. Just a little more than a year away. This is really where the clock starts counting down on that final year run into the World Cup. The Pumas do have the Rugby Championship now, but that's going to be a very testing experience if they're being torn apart by the likes of Wales and Scotland. It's going to be a lonely old trip around the Southern Hemisphere to take on the likes of Australia and New Zealand and South Africa. Oh, that was palmed back well. That was better from Argentina. Kremer there feeding it on to one of the try scorers. That was Thomas Lozana. Here goes Buffelli from fullback. Carry from the big man, Thomas Lavanini. Lavanini earning his 41st cap here, still just 25. Sanchez, Montoya. Oh, they're living dangerously here, just about getting away with it. Here's a bit of space now. Chance to canter for Cancelliere. Good tackle. That was George Horn. Lavanini shoveling it on. Living dangerously. Good pass on that time from Lozana. There's some space here for Delgi. The chip ahead from the wing, but, well, there's a part of the world which is, despite their misfortunes in Russia at the Football World Cup, is a part of the world famed for its soccer skills. But the talents there of Bautista Delgi at pace, they're unable to keep that ball controlled. That was Senatori with that pass on. That was rather nice from Lozana as well, wasn't it? And here is Delgi. Well, we don't get to see the chip ahead.
Time off. Time off. Number 9 and 2 blue. Substitution. 2 blue and 9 blue.
Two's gone.
Sorry, on the last one it was maybe my fault. Maybe I let the clean out working, but it was a little bit too long. Sorry.
It's getting a bit like a taxi rank at the moment, with plenty of comings and goings.
Crutch!
Good.
Sam Hidalgo-Klein is on. George Horn, I'm sure he will have impressed Gregor Townsend tonight. Here's Hidalgo-Klein. He'll be playing his rugby in West Wales next season for the Scarlets. Pete Horn, oh dear. Not the most sympathetic pass there. Peter Horn. It's his hand to his head. It was onto Hastings, I think. Peter Horn, who can operate at fly half.
With no pre-engage, okay? No pre-engage, okay? Keep the space,
of another
please,
change. George Turner, the Glasgow hooker, replacing the captain Stuart McAnally. Bear in mind, McAnally, who, despite being the tour captain, this is his first involvement because of that calf injury picked up right at the start of the tour.
Crutch! Bind!
So a wretched start to 2018 for the Pumas. In 2017, they only won 2 matches, so losing 10 out of 12. Only teams they beat were Georgia in what was essentially this corresponding fixture last year, right at the end of June. And they did win in Italy on the November tour. Here's Montoya. 13 minutes to salvage a bit of something. Pride, respectability. Give Daniel Hurtado something of a send-off. Hurtado having resigned during the week. Here goes Montoya. Vetrano on to Sanchez. There is Lozana, the try scorer. A bit of space here for Delgi. But he did just have a foot in touch. You can see Andrew Brace holding the flag aloft on the far side. There is Bautista Delgi. Involved in his first month as a Test rugby player.
Mark
Here's
is here
George
for you.
Turner.
No, no, your mark. Your mark.
You're getting one or two crackles and pops in your ear. We do apologise, but the conditions very testing indeed for all concerned, not just players. Plenty of weather in this part of the world at the moment. Hidalgo Klein onto Jamie Batty. Oh, that was a big hit from Lavanini. Sending a little reminder to whoever is the new coach. Rather suspect it will be Mario Ledesma. The catch there from Delphi. Great step, and another one. Lovely little cameo from the wing. Oh, this is a bit better. Little inside ball onto Buffelli. They're up to the Scotland 22. Vetrano. Sanchez. Well taken low down by Cancelliere. Here's Crema. Dave Denton up there, reducing the metres that were made there by the Puma. Here's Montoya. Gonzalez Iglesias, 2 or 3 grabs from Cancelliere, and then the ball dislodged by Blair Kinghorn. Hogs off and running. Scotland want to make 50 tonight. It would be quite a landmark to reach. That's not the best kick though. Buffelli. So many options. Good chase though from Adam Hastings. Final 10 minutes of the match.
Away! Hands off!
Well, all too often in the 4.5 hours of rugby or so that we've seen in June of Argentina, they've looked very pedestrian.
Assist tackler, release!
It really has been a low point tonight. That's Lozana.
Tackler, run away!
Vetrano onto Lavanini. Sanchez. Well, that was almost man and ball for Santiago Medrano.
Not one for me. Yeah, it's simultaneously. Time off.
Well, this is how the Argentina lineup started. That's how it looks now. Guido Petti, Thomas Lozana, and Leonardo Senatore will see out the match. And here in the backs, they made the change at scrum half. 2 changes in the midfield as well. And Cruz Malia, you saw there, the 21-year-old earning his first cap as a Puma. Here are the Scots, all change in the front row. Ben Toulis coming on very early following that rather concerning injury for Tim Swinson. That'll be a worry for Dave Rennie, the Glasgow coach. Must be some concern now whether Tim Swinson will be fit in time for the start of the new season.
Ah, sorry. Okay.
Well, coming into tonight, the Argentinian side so much more experienced than the Scots. 512 caps in total in this Puma starting 15. It's almost twice as many as there were in the Scots starting 15. The Harlequin James Lang is on. End of the night for Adam Hastings. Adam Hastings, I think, can be very proud of his contribution tonight.
No, that's fine. We play the
Sam Hidalgo Klein.
Here we go, boys. Un paso a la derecha. Para. Uno. Afuera, algo así. Let's go.
Well, the Scots ranked up 48 points against Canada. 48 points to 10, the result there, but rather goes without saying that as a global rugby superpower, the Canadians don't have quite the reputation of the Pumas. The Scots would dearly love to reach that half-century landmark. Another converted try would do it. They've got 7 minutes. That's Jamie Batty just rolling up to the 22. Hidalgo Klein, there's another carry from the Scots, who are lasting well in these conditions. It's been wet, it's been hot. Temperatures in the high 20s. Hidalgo Klein. Oh, and then the ball was spilled forward by James Lang. Chance maybe to counter here for Bertranu. Look at the speed there of George Turner. Turner's had a great tour. 4 tries, a hat-trick in the opening match up in Canada. Sanchez with a chip ahead. Now, where does the bounce go? That was well read.
Advantage, knock on
Well, it's been turned over, a little knock forward. Peter Horn did well to get back, but then knocked it on. There goes Lozana, just stepping and twisting. Another tackle to add to the count for Dave Denton. Bertranu, Montoya, Gonzalez Iglesias. Out to the wing to Bautista Delgui. Great tackle coming from Chris Harris, the Newcastle Falcon. Oh, we've got to be careful there, Tulis. There goes Guido Petty. Well, a penalty to Scotland.
You dive and tackle the player.
Oh, it's Lavanini who's been penalised, despite the shake of the head.
Stay on feet, please.
Thomas Lavanini, for all his qualities, he does have a reputation for having a short fuse. And when things are going for you, they go for you. Not the kick out the middle necessarily there from Stuart Hogg, but did the job nicely. 5 metre line out.
On the line.
5 minutes remaining. And the Scots just had that little cherry on the top. George Turner looking very relaxed, the replacement hooker. Goes to Tulis. Now, can they get that drive orchestrated? The referee has blown his whistle. Not too many people have heard it. Well, it's 6:15 local time, and quite a few of the locals have decided that enough is enough.
Shoulder out, please. Crash! Bind! Set!
Here's Bertranu. Nothing to lose really for the Pumas. On to Santiago Medrano, the replacement tight head. There's Gonzalo Bertranu.
Stay back the line, Blue.
And he's a new scrum half. Lavanini with the carry. You might just have heard Mathieu Reynal warning the Scotland defensive line to stay onside. Montoya, one-handed, onto Sanchez. Oh, Sanchez going outside the 22. Delgui's away, a little skip and a step. The inside ball to Senatore. This is better from Argentina. Malia feeding it on to Lozana. Lozana inside the 22, but the referee has blown his whistle. A pass has gone forward. Well, I think somebody's trying to talk in the ear of Mathieu Reynal here. In fact, it's a foot in touch. And it will be Bautista Delgui when he was skipping down that touchline.
Sorry, Bracy. I was not hear you. Sorry, mate.
Yes, a little bit of the rain's getting in the works here. This is Delgui, look at him. Look at Andrew Brace on the right. Eyes fixed on the line. Now, where does it come? Oh, I tell you what, that's a bit harsh. Well, the line-out's not straight, but that was a bit harsh.
What do you want? Scrum or...
But of course, in the... we take a look at the bigger picture, it makes no difference really, but poor old Andrew Brace might need a bit of company on his way out tonight.
No. No. What do you do? In the gap. 4, in. Leo, come on.
Final 90 seconds. Denton just poaching that out of the hands there of Senatore. Oh, and that was a deliberate knock-on, I think, referee.
Advantage.
Playing an advantage
Penalty
here. Here
kick,
goes
yeah?
Blair Kinghorn. It is going to be a penalty advantage. So it's a free hit, if you like, to use a bit of cricket parlance.
Only knock-on for you, Pips. Okay.
There goes
two
Horn.
hands or one hand? So 2 hands, and he jumped to catch it. Okay, so...
Mathieu Reynal, I think, just deciding that it is, well, maybe he's just changed his mind there to a knock-on rather than a penalty. Here goes Kinghorn. That is not Kinghorn, that was Magnus Bradbury, one of the try scorers. Playing a long advantage here for the Scots, and they're still behind where they were. Hidalgo Klein onto Peter Horn. There goes Hogg. Dougie Fife, another of the try scorers. Good tackle there from Gonzalez Iglesias. Head down from Xander Fagerson. Eventually the kick ahead from Hidalgo Klein. And that's a good touch.
Ball is touch.
Well, it caught an Argentinian finger. Well, we will have time for the throw-in.
He throw it forward in the last lineup.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, but I missed it.
He did it on purpose.
Okay, maybe my fault if I miss it.
Well, Daniel Hurtado's time in charge of this Argentina team comes to an end in rather grim circumstances. Bradbury couldn't grab hold of it, but it went backwards. It was well picked up by Horn. Here goes Denton. Tackle from Sanchez. Fagerson.
Time is over or not? Okay, so last action, right?
Here's Bradbury. And this time,
crawling on the ground.
Penalty, just crawling on the ground there was George Turner. There goes Sanchez. They haven't retreated 10.
Stop, stop. Stop, stop. Move away, move away. Away. Away.
Temper's getting a little frayed.
Back down now. Push back.
The rain is back as well. So Buffelli. So we will have the line out. Well, despite the weather, They need the hoods up, but the Scots are celebrating. The Scots, whose tour started a fortnight ago with that 48-10 victory against Canada. They suffered a fairly significant blip a week ago in Houston. Terrific result for Gary Gold's United States, beating the Scots by 30-29, but Gregor Townsend wanted a response today. He's got it. And some more on top. It has been a tremendous performance in trying conditions.
Away!
That's Lavadini. Vetrano onto Sanchez. Gonzalez Iglesias, one of the try scorers for Argentina. The rain coming down hard again. That little pop pass looks suspiciously forward. Vetrano. Petty. Through goes Medrano. Vetrano. Here goes Buffelli. Oh, and this time it's a penalty to the Scots.
Clear from the side.
So when it comes to penalties, despite being in the red numbers,
clear from the side.
We do take them. Jamie Ritchie just being helped to his feet. And I think the Scots will be quite happy to get this into touch. That's exactly what they do. So they take the quick penalty, fire it into touch, and Mathieu Reynal blows his whistle for the end of the match. Well, as for the Argentinians, it has been a wretched June. Beaten by Wales by 23-10 in San Juan, then 30-12 in Santa Fe. And here in Resistencia, it has got even worse. An outstanding performance from the Scots. They have beaten the Pumas by 44-15.
Presidente de la Unión Argentina de Rugby, acompañados por el ingeniero Oscar Domingo Pinto, gobernador de la provincia de Chaco, y el señor Oscar Prunioli, presidente de Lotería Chaqueña. La Unión Argentina de Rugby agradece a las siguientes empresas: ICBC, Personal, Visa, Sonai, V Seguros, ESPN, Renault, Cerveza Imperial, Medicus, Gatorade, Bodega y Estancia Mendoza, Argentina Radio Travel, Universidad del siglo XXI, Gobierno de Chaco, ídolo de Chaqueña, a ellos y a todos ustedes.